it's nice to be able to just stand for that, know you stand for it, and hopefully it does translate through the art you create.
Parkway Driver would work pretty well.
Parkway Drive is pretty good. With the Parkway Driver, here comes the finish.
Here comes the finish. Yeah.
I wouldn't be here, this band wouldn't be here in this capacity without her.
Hey guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Roxanne with another episode of 7 of 30, the only interview show where the guest finds out what the questions are at the same time I do. And our guest today, he's out on the road at the minute, international man. They're going to be hitting the UK very, very soon. From Parkway Drive, Winston joins me on the line now. How you doing, man?
International man, you made me sound like a spy.
That's how I think of you, as very much a metal screaming spy out there.
Sweet, that's great. I'll take that. I'm doing good.
That's the one, man. How's it all going on? That busy time for you, man. Like we say, obviously UK return kind of imminent at the time of recording here, but yeah, been playing a lot of big shows out there. You must be having a blast going out and seeing all these crowds again.
Yeah, dude, it's busy. We're like today's the first show of the tour, so rehearsals are all done. Everything's good. It's just been a hectic year of crazy, crazy stuff, and you kind of just roll with it now. Like honestly, just standing on stage at rehearsals, it was just like, yeah, it's kind of standard. Everything's exploding. There's things moving. There's dancers. It's all a massive venue. What the hell has life become? So yeah,
What the hell has life become? That's a great question to be able to ask
yeah,
yourself at this stage of your career. It's like, well, I mean, one milestone moment I do really want to mention up top here. Congrats on the Sydney Opera House stuff, man. Like,
cheers,
just
man.
unbelievable and such. It's like such rarefied air for a band in this kind of space and doing the kind of music you do to get to do a show like that with the orchestra and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now that it's like a little bit in the rear view, how are you reflecting on that very, very special moment for you guys?
Hey, what's really crazy because it wasn't a tour. The reflection is so much more distorted than anything we've had. Like normally you play a tour and you got a whole bunch of shows to like that kind of just turn into one memory. It was so much work for such a small amount of time. Like the reality of it was we rehearsed with the orchestra once 4 hours before we played the gig. So we met the orchestra, played a warm-up show with them in the opera house, went and had some chips and a pie, and then played the show. And then it was done. Like, so there's not much time for it to like fully sink in. Like what I can remember is just going, this is exactly what I'd imagined. It's set so much better. Oh my God, we're at intermission already. Oh, cool. We're coming back out. Oh, the song's done. Wow, that was fun. And then we went on tour in America for 4 weeks. So yeah, but the thing is, like, we're working on the movie and we're working on the live album and stuff, and it all floods back when I hear the songs back. That's the thing, because like the songs held it together. The songs were the core of everything, and what was created through the arrangements is so much more than anything those songs have ever stood for. So like when I do hear it, it just goes, it just hits me with a wave of emotion. So it's really nice.
Yeah, really, really nice to have other special moments within it as well. I mean, bringing Jenna out was just like
Yeah,
for the long-time fans, seeing Jenna McDougall get to come out on stage and do that song with you guys at
yeah,
that venue as well, in
yeah,
your home nation, all this stuff. I remember I talked to her about it recently when she was over here in the UK. Obviously, she was just like the minute she got that phone call, obviously jumping at the opportunity. I mean, for you guys, that must have felt special to be able to bring friends like that along and kind of really
yeah,
share in that moment too.
yeah, 100%. And like we'd never played Deathless song before, and we've always wanted to. It's been like there's something in the arrangement where it necessitates too many instruments for us to just do on a regular tour and do justice to. And we sat on it for literally 10 years. And when it came around to writing this set, it was the first one where I was like, yo, we've got an orchestra, we're doing Deathless. And we're also going to hit up Jenna. And it was just like, oh my God, this is going to be good. But it wasn't until I went down and rehearsed with her, like, and we just started running over it together. And she was just like, oh, yeah, so we'll do it like this, and started singing. And I was just like, oh, God, she's so good. And like from the, like, I knew from that point how incredible this was going to be. And like, I went back to the guys and was like, you have to wait until she opens her mouth and starts singing. You guys are going to be floored. So it was really awesome. And like then even on the night, she elevated it. She's just like she's an incredible talent and an amazing human. So it was really cool to make that collaboration happen. And that like that was we always knew that was going to be the pinnacle of the set, but then it was just kind of like stratosphere as soon as she stepped on stage.
Yeah, no, unbelievable, unbelievable town. It was so good to see the footage of that back. Just very, very cool moment, very special
Mm.
involved. And as I mentioned, obviously UK return is just around the corner.
Uh,
It's September 19th of the minute, so it's not too far away. Um,
mm.
but like what's lovely about that is, I mean, we all know how big the show is now. We all know what a spectacle it is.
No, you don't.
Well, maybe I
I'm just
don't.
throwing
Maybe I
it out
don't.
there. No, you don't. For everyone that thinks they do, you don't. You're like,
Amazing.
and it's very nice to actually be able to say that of like, you with this time around, you really don't. You got to experience this.
Well, that's how you get the people hyped right there. That's what
Yeah,
I like, man. Doing the promo work right there. No,
yeah,
but what's great though as well is like seeing how it does keep growing in the UK, particularly.
yeah,
Last time was like Ali Pali and stuff, which
yeah,
obviously was a beautiful moment that was. Bigger arenas, man. It just keeps getting bigger, which is exactly what we want to happen, right? But like that's got to be so, so lovely to be in a territory like this
yeah,
that I know you really, really care about those UK audiences and to just see
yeah.
it growing like this.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like the UK has always been amazing to us, and it's the great thing with this tour. Like before, and I'm like, oh, you don't know what to expect. Like there's a joy in being able to do that. Like we have such an amazing history with the UK, and they've always been there for like the peak moments.
Hmm.
And there's always been a bit of like, oh, what's it going to be? Like, what's the vibe going to be? Like, we know it's going to step up to a whole nother level. And it's very rare that like we do get to shock people, but these days, like, there's almost an anticipation of the shock. This time around, it's like this is peak Parkway. And it's so nice to be able to bring peak Parkway to people who have been, God, that was in some alliteration right there. But for people that have been there from the start of like, there's people that can be at these shows that saw us play to tens of people who have also seen us on the download stage or at Ali Pali sold out and know the full breadth of like the journey, but then being able to come to this show and see it all at once and then a whole bunch more and be able to go, that's the band I saw down at like a pub with like five of my mates. And it's still the same band, which goes on stage and everything's on fire and my mind's going to melt. And it all makes sense in the one show for the first time in like 20 years. So it's a really cool thing to be able to put together.
So exciting. Peak Parkway. That's what we want to
Peak
hear.
Parkway.
What we're going to get. This is really. The brand new issue of Rock Sound is available now. It's our Brit Summer issue, all British artists throughout the mag, including cover stars Youngblood, Sleep Token, a special tribute to Ozzy Osbourne, an exclusive album pack with Nova Twins, and an incredible group photo shoot featuring 10 up-and-coming amazing British artists. You can get all your magazines and exclusive merch bundles right now only at shop.rocksound.tv. Let's get into 7 of 30 then. So this is how it
All
works.
right.
30 questions in front of me. They're numbered 1 to 30. I need you to pick 7 numbers at random from that list, and that will be the interview. So when you're ready, 7 numbers between 1 and 30, please. Off you go.
6,
Mm-hmm.
13,
Mm-hmm.
21,
Yep.
43,
Oh, between 1 and
26.
30, between 1 and 30, I'm going to bring you back. So I've
Oh, yeah, yeah, damn it.
I'll
I was like
26.
43, it's my birthday.
40,
Yeah.
43, I should just do like, I just pick something out of my head if you start doing things.
4 and
No.
3. We'll go 4 and 3.
4, 3, let me count. So we need one more. One more.
26,
20. Oh, one more. Sorry.
12.
12. Okay, here we go. 6, 12, 13, 3, 4, 21, 26. Do you want to go big number to small number or small number to big number?
I don't mind. Surprise me. Do I win the lottery?
Ooh, surprising. You know what? We're going to start off small and we're going to work to big. That's what we're going to do.
Alrighty.
All right. 3, 4, 6, 12, 13, 21, and 26. Let's start then with question number 3. Winston, what is your best memory of school? I want a good school memory. Favorite memory of school.
The best memory of school was figuring out how to get out of school really quick to go surfing. Because like our school was just across the road from the beach. You could almost see it from the top level, and you'd watch the wind change. And like all of my friends that surf, we'd all like look at each other and go, "Right, it's lunch break." how do we get out of here and miss the whole next part of it? Bombing home to try and get out of it while someone covered for you. So yeah, that's my best memory.
Amazing. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's the peak Australian
100%. It
you get
fully
to
is.
that.
It fully is.
So good, so good. In terms of school in general, like when it came to things like music class, I find like oftentimes I talk to people in bands, it's like they kind of almost came to music a little bit later than that. But did you
Yeah.
find any of the music classes in school were helpful, or did that spark anything, or was it just completely random?
The thing for me was like I didn't get on with school in general. So like it was I resonated with music, but music class made me realize I wasn't good at making it. I just wasn't good. I've never been good at it. I can't play the drums, guitars backwards in my mind. Bass I could kind of do, but I really didn't want to do it. And singing, like I didn't even bother at that point. And it was 2 years of it in between years 7 and 8. And then we were on to something else, and you had to elect it after that. And I'm like, I don't care about that stuff. Like, I like music, but that's sweet. Like, that was kind of it. School was literally for me just like, how do I get through this thing? I've got no idea what I want to be. So that was kind of the story of my entire schooling.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's interesting as well. You mentioned just to go back to the surfing thing a little bit as well. I'm always fascinated by because it seems like there is kind of a bit of entwined music culture into that in Australia. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
obviously it's so
yeah,
out of the way from the majority of where the UK. Obviously, some surfing areas, but not really. But
yeah,
like I think of it in terms of like the skating culture we have over here, or
yeah,
just certain parts of the US. It feels like very much same kind of deal when surfing,
100%.
particularly in a place like Australia, right?
100%, man. It was like it was so crazy because there were certain bands that would come over from anywhere in the world, um, that would come to Australia and go, "Why are we massive in this town?" And it would be because that surfing movie at that point in time, they were heavily featured on the soundtrack. And then they'd rock up and they're like, why am I playing this little town that's not on the main circuit and it's huge? And it would just happen in random spots because like that was the movie of the time which people were pumped on. So it was really, really intertwined with it. It was like it was kind of pre like Tony Hawk, like video game era kind of thing. That was how so many of us got into punk or alternative music or anything like that. It was like it was tied together. Like you'd even have surf movies cut together with like live festival footage of whatever was going on at that point in time, like Pearl Jam doing something insane halfway through someone getting a crazy barrel. Like really, really, like really, really spliced together. So yeah, that's how it was for us.
Very, very cool, man. No, amazing time that was when those things were breaking through. I love.
Yeah.
Let's do your next question. Then number four was your next pick. This is very appropriate for you being on tour right now. Which city do you most look forward to visiting when you're on tour?
Oh, see, here's the question. Is it for the show or is it for the city?
Oh, I'll take both. Give me
Yeah,
both.
that's it. That's it. Um, God, I always look forward to, oh my God, this is such a cop out, but I always look forward to London. But as a city, I always look forward to Paris.
Wow.
So, yeah. And to be fair, I guess you've got a train that goes between the two, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's not that
As
far to travel when you think about it. Yeah,
it's not, dude, we come from Australia. Like London to Paris is not very far.
yeah, next to nothing there. London, that is
Yeah.
an interesting one though. Yeah, because I mean, obviously we already mentioned, Ali Pali and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a city that fundamentally has so many legendary venues that you've had
Yeah.
the privilege of getting to play at this point as
Yeah.
well. You've got to make a
Yeah. I mean that is the thing. Like it's probably the city that we've played the most in the UK. And we do have it always went mental for us. Like from Underworld all the way up, it's the one that you can kind of always count on just being crazy. You can just count on the vibe being crazy every single time. So I mean, it's very hard not to go. That's not the top. Yeah, but then
well,
again, you got Paris, and I'm like, I enjoy a coffee and a pastry.
yeah, I was about to say, what is the appeal of Paris? I mean, beautiful city, but what in particular are you checking out in Paris when you
I,
go?
I just it's just a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city to be in whatever it is. The architecture, the food, everything about it is it's always just beautiful. And that like there's very few cities in the world that I go to where it's like it's got to be something old to the point where you're like, this is not like every other city.
Mm.
And Paris and Rome are probably the top for those. And we've only ever played Rome itself once. So yeah, Paris takes the cake.
Oh, interesting. Hey, that's a good question, actually. Are there any places that you haven't actually had a chance to go to yet as Parkway where you're like, you know what, that's still on the list. We got to get a show done there.
Yes, space.
Give it time. It
They
seems to
haven't
be
let us
going
in a
that
rocket
way.
yet. I mean, the way we're going, we could probably provide the fuel and explosions to get us there. But yeah,
Very nice, very nice. But no, no cities left on the bucket list. No way you've
I
not.
don't know, dude. Like it's, I think Alaska, I'd love to go to.
Hmm.
Um, we haven't hit Africa as a continent in general. So Antarctica doesn't really count, but I'd love to be able to like tick off all the continents. And we've always had people like, especially from South Africa, say, "Yo, rock up." We had a chance to play like Kenya or something at some point in time, and like we had a chance at it. Was like that's just too mental at this point in time. But I like. We've always been about like pushing the boundaries of where we can go, and I'm always up for a good adventure.
Yeah, definitely, man. No, no, love to see where you guys can take this in the
Yeah.
future. It would make a lot of sense. Let's do question number six. That was your next pick. What is the stupidest thing you have ever done on stage? Interpret that however you like, Winston.
Oh. The stupidest thing would probably be trusting the integrity of the stage when I say, everyone come on top of it and sing along with me. That's yeah. There's been a couple of moments where, like, especially early on, where it's just like, if you know the words, just get up. There's no barrier. And all of a sudden, there's like 400 people on the stage, and you're hearing the thing creak. And in the back of your mind, you're like, I think I've just killed everyone. So there's there's been several of those moments where like holes have started appearing in stage, and you're standing on top of a monitor, like singing along, and Jai's climbed the bass cab, and we're all just like, this is not safe. So that's probably the dumbest thing.
I mean, this is the interesting thing, I guess, with, we mentioned how spectacular the show is now. The fire is something you
Mm,
guys know for everything. But I guess something you probably never get asked about is really the kind of, on a serious note, the kind of safety element around it, because it is almost like it has to be so choreographed, right? You're going to
yeah,
have to know where you can and can't stand at very specific moments. And when you've got the level of pyro you guys have,
yeah.
there's probably a lot less moments where you can be anywhere on the stage at any time, right?
It's interesting. Like you'd think that we're actually just very good at writing a show that makes you think it's insane all the time.
Mm.
That's the thing with it. Like every time we create in the moments where it is like, oh my God, the world is ending. Like, yeah, that happens. But it's not as much as you think. And for those moments, we're very good at not dying. But the rest of it, we get free range really, really well. That's the thing. And we've realized that you don't need it to be that all the time for people to get the impression of like that's what's happened. So yeah. I mean, we have an insane crew, and we are very like we just know when things are going to go off, and we're choreographed with that. But once that's dialed into your head, I mean, you can be standing right there on a flame until 3 seconds before it, and you're not going to go up in flames because it's not burning. So yeah.
Good. Always good to know. Always good to know. Staying safe up there.
Yeah.
Let's do question number 12, your next pick. What was the proudest day of your life? Big one, that one.
Oh, my wedding day.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
it. Very simple. Proudest day, yeah, proudest day of my life was my wedding day. Best day of my life, and it's the memory that I always go back to. I mean, whenever something's bad or whenever I just want to feel joy, I can literally just throw back to that, which is very. I mean, I'm sure everyone that's been married says that. I hope everyone that's been married says that, but yeah, for me, that's never going to change.
Do you know what's funny? I say this about my wedding. I've got a lot of friends who say the same. It's like not in a bad way, but it almost flies by really
Oh,
quick,
100%.
like a blur.
100%.
But then you almost find that it's later on when it's just conversations or photos or whatever, like
Yep.
all these bigger memories start flooding back, right?
Yeah, and I mean the thing for me as well was we got married in our hometown, and there was just a bunch of events with the weather and the scenery that the places that we got married, which is very evocative. Like, and they're in a general area that we frequent a lot in our day-to-day lives. So when the weather's a certain way or the light's falling a certain way, and I'm driving past one of the beaches, I'm like, hey, this is just like our wedding day. And that magic element comes back to it, or I'm driving past the venue, and I'm like, man, yeah, I remember what the view was like at that point in time, and like it all kind of clicks. There's a lot of stimulation to bring me back to that specific moment, which is always kind of present. Which is, yeah, I'm kind of blessed in that way.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's really nice. I'm always intrigued as well with rock star weddings, and you don't have to answer this if you think it's too personal or anything, but music choices. Talk to me. Like, were you going heavy with the stuff on the dance floor, or were we really?
No, no, no. It was all about just getting a dance floor going. And we had one of our friends was a really great DJ, and then Em, who is currently on this call with us, was literally like, "Yo, this dance floor's got to step up and hit a whole nother notch. Here's my playlist called Boner Jams. Plug it in," and it just went skits from that point in time. So yeah,
Boner jams at a wedding. That's what
yeah,
you need. Get people going. I love
yeah.
it. Oh man. This next question then. So your next pick is number 13. This is what I always say with this one. I just love the fact when we do these interviews, we can go from a really beautiful, sweet answer about your wedding to the stupidest question in this entire list. All right. So here we go. Number
I
13.
don't know. That ended with Boner Jams, so
Right into
we'll
a bonus
say.
jam. Yeah, we've set the tone. Do you know what? You're
Yeah,
right. We have set the tone.
yeah.
Um, if you were a wrestler, what would your stage name be, Winston? What would you call yourself?
Oh God. Oh, that's a really wild one.
And
You got any suggestions?
I mean, I think alliteration tends to work. So if there's something beginning with W, some kind of descriptive word there, maybe.
I don't know that one actually.
Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to let you have a chance. I've just got the perfect one, but I'm going to let you
I've
go.
got no, I've got to hit me with it because I've never had wrestling. I've always had like, what would your porn star name be? I've never
Yeah,
had wrestling. So
I
yeah,
think, I think maybe this works for both. I was thinking like the Parkway Driver would work pretty well.
Parkway Drive is pretty good.
You
That's
could have that as
okay.
your
That
move.
a
Maybe
good
that's
a
your
thing.
finishing move.
Yeah, that could actually be good. Some kind of two. Yeah. Is there any way I could grab someone's ears and turn it like a steering wheel? Don't give me skipping him the Parkway Driver. Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see it, man. I could
Yeah.
see it, dude. Here's a follow-up then on that. If you had to pick a Parkway song to be like your entrance music into the ring, what do you think would
Yeah.
work for that?
Wild Us.
Mm,
100%. That's
great.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's made for it.
yeah. There we go. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny. Like I find so often with bands like that is the thing that they are often like their favorite moments of their career is like whenever you get like a sports association or whatever, like have it even TV or
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's got
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
a cool thing.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I mean, and so much of that element, like that sing along element of us came kind of from sports culture.
Mm.
Like the sing along part of it, so much of it came from when like literally the first time we played Bristol and people started singing along to Idols and Anchors and it wasn't a sing along part. It was just like this is just like a football chant. Fuck yeah. That's basically it. And then we're just like, if this would work in a football stadium, just chanting, then that's the way to do it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and you know it's going to go off at a gig too. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
little
it.
connection. No, definitely makes sense. Your next question is question number 21. We're getting a little deep here. I like this one. What do you want to be remembered for? Now, you could talk about your career here or in general, however you want to interpret it.
That's a really interesting one. I actually thought about this morning, which is really random, but I don't care how I'm remembered. And that's not like me just going, I'm gonna do whatever I want. But I think it's really not something that bothers me in terms of I mean, I'll be gone and it's the now that I kind of want to that I care about. The now and being able to give to people and be a good person and care for the people that are here now. I mean, if that flows onto a legacy of people going, hey, you did all of that at that point in time, that's great. But the reality of what I can do in the current is so much more important than anything that will like anything I can give afterwards because the immediacy of what I can give now is all that matters. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it, to be honest. No, no, it really is. I guess musically then as well, like is that something
Mm,
to think about the kind of the legacy aspect or like what you want people in, when the band is done in, I don't know, however many decades,
yeah.
think about how you want people to look back on it?
That's kind of relevant because people still definitely like have that's like a relevant thing of they were this and now they're that and now they're going to do this. I'd love our legacy to be one of integrity and personal integrity in terms of the musical vision for people to be able to understand um, and not even necessarily appreciate, but understand that it was all done out of a collaboration between individuals who just wanted to create something that they enjoyed.
Yeah.
And it's a really simple thing, but in a world where like the longer you go doing it, the harder it is to kind of stick to those principles in terms of I mean, the stakes keep getting raised. The longer you go as a band, the more stakes there are, the more the pressure there is to deliver on certain things or bend to someone's will or try and make money out of things. And simply just going, I love this kind of music. This is what I love listening to, and this is what I love playing is a very basic thing to say, but it becomes harder to do because things become more complicated. So, yeah.
No, no, no. That's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I guess you can never predict what people are going to take away from your music in years to come. But
100%, that's it because it's all subjective as well. But at the end of the day, like, um, it's nice to be able to just stand for that and know you stand for it, and hopefully it does translate through the art you create.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, question number 26 then. Who is the most influential person in your life?
My wife is very
Correct
simple.
answer.
Yeah, it's that, yeah, but it's true. Like, we have this discussion a lot, but like we're a team and we've been a team. I mean, we met in high school, so we've been together for 25 years now. Like we literally not married for 25 years, but this year we're sitting down, we're like, yo, we've been together for like a quarter of a century. That's insane. And I can honestly like say that I wouldn't do what I do. I wouldn't be here. This band wouldn't be here in this capacity without her support and inspiration and her helping me be the person that I am and helping me be able to create. Like she's the person I trust the most. She's the first one to hear anything that I have in my mind creatively. She's the one that has my back, like since day dot, right up until now. Um, and that's always going to be that way. So, like, most influential person, like, without a doubt, her. That's it. Like, everything else kind of just fades away in comparison. There's not even another element to it. So, yeah.
How amazing as well to have somebody in your life like that who you can
Oh,
actually bounce
dude.
off the ideas creatively. Like that's such an
Yeah.
important aspect as well. It's obviously a huge part of your life. And of
Yeah.
course your
Yeah.
partner is sharing that, but to be able to actually kind of show what you're working on a little bit and
Yep.
kind of get some feedback.
Yeah. That's it. It's like, she suffers no fool and is not afraid to call me on my bullshit. So like if something's not vibing, she'll be like, you can do better than that.
Mm.
Like she won't just go, that's crap, but she's like, oh, you can do better than that. And it works both ways. Like she's a creative person as well. And that's the way we kind of roll. But I've always trusted her in like no one needs another yes person. And she's also the only one that actually understands completely where I'm coming from with everything because she knows me better than anyone else. So in terms of like a quality control, she's the top of it. Like for my input in the band, like the quality control goes through her before it goes to the rest of the band. That's the thing, because if it ain't cutting it straight away from me, then it's definitely not going to cut it with them. So yeah, being able to have her input is just always been number one.
Yeah, very important, man. Very important to have that extra set of ears. It makes all the sense. Over on the Rock Sound Shop right now, exclusive album variants from the likes of I Prevail, Beauty School, and Michael Clifford. Get your vinyl, your cassettes right now, delivered worldwide only at shop.rocksound.tv. Okay, that's your 7 of 30. So those are the random questions. I'm going to
Sweet.
finish now. We like to finish on a couple of quick fire questions. These are questions.
With the Parkway Driver, here comes the finish.
Here comes the finish. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we call these Big Seven, a little more quick fire, but these are the ones we ask absolutely everybody, all the same questions. All right. So name one song for me that will always make you cry.
Oh, oh God damn it. Um, Ghost in Nick Cave.
Oh, great choice. Love a bit, Nick.
Yeah.
What are two items you can never leave the house without?
Phone and wallet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone's going to say that, but it's true.
No, it's true. Sometimes the obvious ones are the correct
Yeah.
answer, man. Give me three tips for going to a festival.
Oh, sunscreen.
Hmm.
Drink a shit ton of water. When you think you've drunk enough water, drink more water. Also, go in the pit at one point in time. Festivals weren't made to just look at. Go in the pit.
Yeah, if you hadn't thrown the pit in this answer, it would have been a problem. You've got to
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
absolutely. All right, pick four people, alive or dead, to invite to your dream party. Four people.
Oh, Prince,
Oh, yes.
Elvis, um, my wife, because she's like literally the biggest instigator of parties in general. She's the one that will say everyone needs to dance now. Oh God, who's the last one? Jim Carrey.
Nice. I see the
Yeah.
conversation flow in there. That's a good mix. That'll work
That's
very
also because like my wife's obsessed with Jim Carrey, and if I
well.
didn't invite him to the party that she's helping out with, then I'd be in trouble.
That works. Keeping
Yeah.
everybody happy. How would you describe yourself in 5 words, Winston?
Oh God. A very excitable human being.
Yeah, that's nice. That'll you always get bonus point if it's a sentence. So like
Yeah, there you go.
uh, tougher one then. How would your friends and bandmates describe you in 6 words?
Obsessive, um, intense, loud, hopefully kind, um, insane, and um, sleepy.
Sleepy's a nice one, isn't it? That's a
Yeah.
nice one, the third on the road. All right, final question. This is one we ask absolutely everybody. I love this question. This is called the 7-song set list, right? Let's pretend Parkway are only allowed to perform the same 7 songs every single night for the rest of your tour.
Oh,
What
dude.
7 songs make the cut? What are the 7 essential songs here?
Wild Eyes, Pray, Carrion. Um, oh God. I need something stupidly heavy. Okay. I've picked all sing-alongs so far, haven't I? Bottom feeder. Was it 7? It was 7, wasn't it?
The 7, so that's 4.
Okay, cool. Vice grip. Um, the Killing with a Smile Mosh medley, which is available on YouTube now, so it's legitimate.
It counts. It counts.
It counts. It counts. Oh, what else is there? Um, Horizons. What are we up to? 6?
I think that was maybe 7, but I'll let you do one
That's all
more
right.
in case I'm wrong.
That's a good mix of everything. It's got like the long epic closer. It's got a whole bunch of sing-alongs. It's got party starters, and that mosh medley is literally like 20 breakdowns. So yeah,
I
it's
think
got
that
a bit
was.
of
Joe, I'll let you throw in one bonus one in case I've counted wrong there. But I think
okay, cool. Okay,
so go one more bonus one just in case.
to play forever. Jesus Christ! If you can't tell, I'm taking this really really seriously. What are we playing on this set list? Sleepwalker.
Nice,
Yeah,
great mix. Something for everybody.
yeah,
All and a mosh
yeah,
pad. So we'll take.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
there we go. Very, very cool, man. That is your 7 of 30, Winston. It's a pleasure as always to chat, my friend. We're looking forward to seeing
Likewise.
you here in the UK, man. This is going to be really exciting, these shows. All the best.
Oh, it is.
I'm
It
so,
is. Trust me.
so hyped.
Yeah.
So hyped. It's
No
gonna
hype.
be good.
No
No, it's
hype.
gonna be great, man. No, going to be good to
Yeah.
see you back here in the UK. We'll catch up soon around new music and all that stuff, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Legend. Cheers, brother.
See
Good
you, man.
seeing you
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.